Alright, this is Calibos, and we are playing Enigmatica 2. So, when we last left our Intrepid Hero, theoretically that's me, but I don't know about Intrepid Hero, we were looking for Enderman Skulls. We have a couple of those. Let's take some of the Vibrant Alloy, some of that, some Silicon, we'll take a couple of that. I think we need some redstone. Redstone. Was it Solarium? Solarium. Chuck that back in the bin. That gives us the Ender Resonator. And then we can throw that in there. We're still trying to make the... I've got the Killer Joe. Dimensional transceiver, right. So we're going to need a Vibrant Crystal and a Soul Vial for an Enderman. So let's grab the Soul Vial. Soul Vial. We're going to need a Vibrant Crystal. Go. So dimensional transceiver requires what? And an octatic capacitor. So I think that we can make the octatic. So let's go to the end really quick. Let us fetch an Enderman soul. I'm sure they're very excited about that. Oops. Alright, so we now have the Enderman soul. We need the Vibrant Crystal. It's going to go there. Chuck that in there. We go over to the Soul Binder here, and we're going to go boom, boom. Use player XP. Oh, you know what? The Essence Ender Tank. This one. Oh, it doesn't, or dictionary. Oh well, whatever. That's fine. So let's grab these, and we'll come to our recipe, and we'll go, boom, dimensional transceiver. Now, you'll notice that it does not appear to be, lit up. I seem to recall that you had to origin sapling. Oh, those are crazy. So if you take a dimensional transceiver and you apparently now they need capacitors. That's weird. So let's throw a capacitor in it. So anyway, on the right, you'll notice that this thing is very, very slowly filling with power. On the right, you'll see that this is the general configuration setting for it. This is power. You can assign a channel and you can transmit power through it. So wirelessly-ish. This is, I think this is items. And same deal. And I think this is liquids. One of these is liquids, one of these is items. But that is the big thing there. Wirelessly across any distance and between dimensions. They're pretty great. And you'll notice it now has a green thing now that it has power. So yeah, it has a max input output of 202,000 RF a tick basically. So it's not bad. So experience obelisk. So we are going to need to make a fluid tank here, which is fine. We're going to need to make a soul machine chassis, which is fine. So you will notice the, there it is. So we have everything but the weird spiky thing on top. So that is, this. Ta-da! Experience obelisk. So we can go ahead and pop this down, and we can put XP in it, and we can take XP out. So it's pretty solid when you're getting into something along the lines of, like, say, using the soul binder. And then we can go ahead and say, take there. And you'll notice that it wasn't an exact, because as you go up in higher levels, it takes more and more levels to make up the difference. So now we can go ahead and go to the top. We can say pull. We can go to this, configure this. Underneath, we can say push. And theoretically, it should have started putting into the soul binder. Weird. I don't know. Could be a bug. Could be I'm just not using it right. Sausage and bread. All right. So next thing, attractor obelisk. So what this does is it just brings things to it, mobs, whatever. And you can actually target specific ones. So if you want, zombies in one area, skeletons in another area, and spiders in a third area, and you're just randomly spawning all three, this you can pick it. So we're going to need a villager soul vial. Well, that's wooden gear. Looks like we're going to need another machine chassis. Man, it's crazy how fast we're going through the soul attuned dye blend. It's too bad nobody made a thing to make more brown. So let's get a soul vial and let's go look for a villager. So, as we're wont to do, let's go raid the nearby village. See if there's anybody left. Hi. You have a great trade. You also have a great trade. Well, I don't care, honestly. Look, we're about to get attacked. So we're about to get attacked by raiders. I don't see them. So this is where I end up finding like all of my guards. They Wow, the high level guys have a lot of hit points. Alright. So we've solved the mystery of the vanishing guards. They all pretty much go take a lunch break. Only 5 raiders left. I don't even see the raiders. Where are the raiders? Oh, that sounded like a thing. Anybody else see raiders? And why are there ladders here? I don't know. So, no idea. I assume they're being dealt with somewhere. So let's go back to dealing with this. Now, to make the attractor obelisk, we need the attractor crystal, which is an emerald and a villager soul vial. So let's grab an emerald. So we'll go emerald and soul vial. Oh, it did take it out. Sweet. I like how it's rotating. It's cool. Chuck that in there, chuck that in there. So we want an attractor obelisk. Attractor obelisk, go. And boom, attractor obelisk. Looks kind of like that. And we got a robot. Alright, next step. We want a weather obelisk, which, can you guess what that does? Weather obelisk. Ender crystal, so we're going to need another Enderman soul vial. Let's just get 2. Alright, so now we're going back to thermal. So, from here we need a vibrant crystal. watch the face change a couple of times. Chuck that in the system. And we want a weather. So we're all going to need 2 pulsating crystals. So that's going to give us our weather crystal. And we're going to need an octatic and a soul machine chassis, which is another one of those. So we're going to need soul powder, which is ground solarium. So that's that. Organic brown dye is our next step. So to blend organic brown dye, which look, we need twigs and eggs or slime. So egg. So we're going to take some of these and we're going to, the recipe for this is basically these in the sag mill again. Alright, so now we have that. Chuck this in here. And then I think it's alloy smelter. Yeah. And then alloy smelter. And that. So now we need the weather station. Weather obelisk. And we need an octatic. And that's that. So this gives us the weather obelisk. Which you put it outside, give it a firework rocket and some energy and or other stuff. The catalyst, which is going to be the sunshine or the rain or the dense rain stuff. And boom, weather. And a helium collector. Nice. So our next step is going to be the aversion obelisk. It's pretty much the exact opposite of the attractor obelisk. So we're going to need another one of these. And yeah, pretty much everything to do with mobs or essence uses one of these things. So it's pretty silly. Gear. Want one of those, go. It's called obelisk. We might simply not have the correct Enderman head. Oh, I think we need to make the Tormented Ender head for it. Yeah, it's the Tormented Enderman head, which is going to require 2 water, a basic capacitor, and some solarium. It seems kind of cool, actually, or cruel, actually. 1, 2. Is it bottles of water? Yeah, maybe it's bottles of water. And then a basic capacitor. So you're powering it up just enough so that it is aware of the water that you're burning it with. That seems pretty exciting. So now we have the Tormented Enderman head. Swap it there, and we have the Aversion Obelisk, which chases things away. Like if there was a weird random Enderman like freaking out because it was and this is a list of all the things that it chases away. So that's pretty exciting. Block of Emerald, which we totally need 1,000,000 of. Alright, our next step here is going to be the Inhibitor Obelisk and the Relocator Obelisk. So let's look at the obelisks. Obelisk. So this is going to require a Ender Crystal and a Soul Machine chassis, and an Aversion Obelisk for this one, and a Vibrant Bimetal Gear. So that's not too bad, actually. So we'll chuck that in there, chuck that in there. We'll look at obelisks again. Obelisk. So we need this, which is going to require another soul vial for Enderman and a Vibrant Crystal. Alright, to make sure that we're making the right thing, we are going for an inhibitor and a relocator. So we're actually going to need this. Obelisk. And then we need to grab our thing here. Inhibitor like so, and that should give us all of them. Hold on, weird thing. Alright, so that gives us that. Claim it. And then we now have that. We'll claim that. And man, that gets us Ender IO. How awesome is that, guys? So, working our way through what's next, immersive engineering, which we've done. We've done the IC2 stuff. We can go check on the plutonium. Oops. What have we got? It's still not depleted. Okay, good to know. So let's look at the quest book. Actually, additions. I'm not fond of actually additions. We did a little bit of it already. So let's head out to, I think that this is where I had it set up. Look, vines. Over here, maybe. So that's technically generating power, but very slowly. Juice boxes, yeah, all this stuff. Oh, blowfish. All right. So I moved those somewhere. I think this is a good spot to call it, though. So I will find it, and then we'll pick up from there. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'm really glad you did. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you didn't, don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. And I hope you folks have a great day. Also, I hope that your signs are not semi-translucent and invisible, because that would be awkward. All right. Have a good night.